we go. All right, I'm gonna do a little quick show and tell. So maybe you are like me, curious about ultra wide, or maybe you have, you need a little bit of extra performance. Especially it's very good on 4K resolutions. If you do what I'm gonna show you, turning a 16:9, normal widescreen 4K into an ultra wide, there is about 20-25% less pixels, meaning that you will get 20-25% more performance. That's just how it is. So let's dive into it. First, I only have an Nvidia graphics card. I think you can do like something similar on the AMD in the driver that I'm gonna show. I'm not sure, I can't verify that, but there is going to be a universal solution that should work on every graphics card, even the upcoming Intel, everyone. But that is, you might take it careful with that. We're gonna dive into it. So firstly, let's boot it up. Nvidia control panel here. All right, you see that one? This is just my, normal one, but I've done this on my normal one also. This is not included. When, you hook the monitor up, this is not something that you will see on my monitor, on my widescreen monitor. I've added this one. I'm going to show you how. But more importantly, this is my TV. It's right next to me. I might show it off in just a second here. But it's just next to me. You know what? Why not? Let's show it off here so you can see it. So, here I am right now. You can see this is my screen. And just next to it, this is my TV that I'm gaming on. And when I'm gaming on it, I move my chair to the, you can see that, the mat rest there, or what you call it there on the floor. Put it there so it stays firmly still and stable. And then very close to the TV, that is a 55-inch 4K 120 Hz. So that's why I'm so close. I feel I want to try ultra widescreen and also to get a bit more performance, and I want to, see how that works. There you have it. That's why I'm really doing this. So let's get back to this one. So by turning my TV, that is 55-inch into a normal, that is a widescreen, into a ultra widescreen, the black bar takes away about, I think it's get like 51 inch, TV. So that's still pretty damn big. And at, one and a half arm length away, yeah, definitely gonna be nice to try that one out. So, and again, here you can see these two ones are not standard. This is one, that you can try to get even more performance to add. I'm going to show how you add this resolution, but this resolution will cause a slight blurriness because it doesn't match the native 4K resolution. As you can see, this is the native and this is the ultra wide. These two matches. So you will get the maximum sharpness with black bars. I'm going to show you how you get that. Ignore all of this. This is just me tinkering around. So what you can do is, let me see. Trying to remember exactly. All right, now I saw where it was. So you need to be in your, right, we do cancel. So you need to be in your native mode here. You can press customize. Enable resolution not exposed. Create a custom. Well, let's go with create custom yes first. So here you go. Here you have your nice little menu. It should be all very nice and set up properly. So all you need to do is, 3840 by 1600 seems to be ultra wide 4K standard. Obviously there are other ones, but all you need to do is that. Press test. I already have this one, but your screen should black out and then it should come back in nice color and everything looking like, it should, like an ultra wide in some way. It should have a picture. That's the most important. If you don't have a picture, do not press anything, just wait. And, because the Nvidia, will tell you that, okay, this resolution failed, but if it blacks out the picture and then the picture comes back and you can, see, do you see this picture? And you press yes, it will then be correctly. Then all you need to do is, press OK and your custom resolution will be added. I don't know, maybe we can try this one just for fun. There we go. You can see it says test successfully. I have pictures and you can then press save to save it. Will black out again. And then you can see that you have it available here. That's all you need to do, you don't want that one. Can I? Okay, let me see. Want to remove it. Since I'm not using that one. I guess I can't. Well, I'm gonna do that later on. You should just be able to remove it, but let's do it for right now. So the other one, obviously, all you need to do is, this is a lower resolution, ultra wide, but if you need even more performance, it might still look fine for you. Since it's going to be a higher resolution than the traditional 20, it will be a little bit higher resolution than the 2560 times 1440 that many TV supports. And if you are, a little bit further away, might be something that you want to add also. And not all, games support the 3840 by 1600, so you can also try add this one. Nothing wrong with that. Bit weird that I couldn't remove this one, but yeah. All you need to do if you don't want this to be enabled, you should be able to delete it or just, uncheck this one and it should go away. See, it's not available here. And now you should be available. All right, I need to tick that one also. There we go. There you have it on top here, custom resolution. You can see your one. Oh well. Enable. All right, there we go. And now it's gone. Everything's back to normal. This is one way to do it. Now, as I said, all you needed to verify was that you get a picture when you did test your resolution. And that is because it might look, squished together, but that is fine. What you then do is that you go to adjust desktop size and position. And if it's on by default on display, that means that your television or your monitor is going to try to, scale everything. And this one will make it, as big as it possibly can. This will just try to, display it as it is. If you were to use like 3440 by 1440 and you wanted more sharpness, you could press no scaling, but then you will have black bars all around the screen, but you will get the maximum sharpness. So this is probably the default you want, because that will give you black bars on top, on the bottom only for, this purpose. So, but again, if you don't, if the image, you don't get any black bars and it looks squished when you switch to this, new resolution, go into this and change from display to GPU, because my television here cannot handle this resolution correctly, so it will just stretch it. No black bars and, everything will look too tall. until I enable the GPU to, you know, take the image, scale it, and send it to the television. And as you see, that is what it's gonna use. Then it's gonna send a 4K picture with black bars on top and bottom, and everything your mouse pointer will, you know, be stuck as in a nice ultra wide screen. Everything gonna work perfectly fine. So nothing's gonna be any problem with it. Shouldn't be if you use GPU. So again, if you don't get the black bars, or you know, doesn't feel like your TV is as sharp as it should be, you can try switch from GPU to from display to GPU. Now the other way to do this is with a tool called Custom Resolution Utility. Custom Resolution Utility. And this is a little bit more challenging because you don't get, like in Nvidia, you get a prompt that will tell you, you know, is this working? You don't get that in this program, so be very careful before you force yourself into it. It's and this should work on any monitor, you know, TV screen, whatever, but be careful with this. There we go. And you need to select your correct screen. This is my Samsung 27-inch monitor. And here I could just add this one. Now you need to be very careful about one thing here. If we do, is it, I'm trying to see, 5, 2, 4, there we go. If you see red, you should not try to continue. You can't continue. That just means that up here, it's not going to work. You can't add your resolution here. But first you can do is, you know, you just press add on the detailed resolution slot. You make sure that this looks like you're correct and your active monitor or TV that you want to use. You go in here and you change the horizontal pixel count to 2560, and you change that one to, you know, something. The other one, I'm gonna show for 4K my TV how that looks. But you change these two one. Probably the rest is fine, but you know, this one should be set to your monitor's maximum refresh rate. So this one is 120 at the moment. Can go higher, and you change that one. And if it's red, you can't use this menu. If this turns red, if it's not turns red, it should be fine. You can change this to just be automatic PC. If it is on PC monitor, it should work fine. There are also, you know, this one, and that is gonna use a little bit of less, you know, bandwidth. So it could, if there are some weird stability issues or something, you could change to the native mode, because you're gonna see the pixel clock here is 362, and in automatic it goes up a little bit. So both for your TV or monitor, if there seems to be some problems, change from automatic PC to the native PC mode is my recommended. You can, you know, try more. This is even, you know, less bandwidth, but you know, probably just stick to the automatic unless you know what you're doing. If there seems to be some problem, just take it down a notch to the native. Should be very stable, very safe to use this. But again, be careful when you're using this utility, because if you don't have two monitors and you mess something up, you can be unable to get into Windows. So you need to really be, you know, focused, because this will make Windows think that your monitor has this native resolution. The Nvidia utility, you know, it tests this, it asks you, you know, and you have a safety layer. There is nothing like that here. When you do this and you click OK out of the program, when you reboot your computer will think that your monitor has this resolution no matter what. So I recommend you to try in the Nvidia utility first to add this resolution, and then you can add it in this with this utility instead if you want, because as I said, this makes the monitor think that this is, you know, native. Everything should work. VRR should work. HDR, everything should work just like normal. But alright, I already added this. So let's switch to my other one. Here we can see Beyond TV active. That is my television here. And as you can see, it's not added up here because 4K at 120 Hz are too high bandwidth to work with this column. So what you need to do is down here, click add and add a display ED 1.3 or maybe 2.0. Both should work, but you know, I just tried the 2.0. You might go with the first one. 1.3 should be, you know, it might be better, might be more universal. But I went with 2.0. And then, you know, you double click that one, or you can mark it, press edit. Here you can add detail resolution. Then we can edit it. And in this block, you can add much higher resolution and higher refresh rates. So you should try edit the first place that I said. And if not, you should go here. And as you can see, I've added this one. You know, it's just exactly the same menu. 840. And then, you know, and then here, since that is a television, I choose the automatic HD TV. They are pretty much the same here, but I chose that one. Then I bumped up the refresh rate, and you can see no red numbers. And then I press OK. I also added, you know, the 3440. Okay, you press OK, not cancel, but you know, I've already added, so you press OK, and then you press OK. Now reboot your computer, and your computer will think that your monitor has this available resolution. And again, for this, you might need to change from display to GPU, because as I said, when I did this and I sent this resolution to my television, the television, you know, just stretch everything without black bars. So other than that, you should be good to go. So we're gonna try to change to see if we can capture a game here to show this one off. Right, here we go. I had cut out a little bit. There was something I was missing, so let's go. Let me do. Here you can see everything is working just fine. You have black bars on top, on the bottom, and you could obviously stream like this, no problem. Let me try to, let's see if we do this one. I want to do something here. I want to take off the web camera here, because I think that could be... Here we go. Just to show you the HUD and everything. You can obviously stream, record and everything like this. And people will see, you know, what you see. No problem. But also, this is not what you need to do. This is just a little bit more easier. Oh, right. Can I do that? Hopefully it works fine. So, what you can do is, let me display capture. Right here you can see. What you can do is go in to your, well, okay, I'm gonna show you how you do it, but you do this within the game capture. you know, if you like add game capture on, you do the same thing but on your game capture. And I'm gonna show you how it's gonna look. So you're gonna right click it, game capture, not display, game capture here, and then you're gonna do filters. You're gonna do add a crop and pad. Now on the left, for 3840 by 2160, change to 3840 times 1600. It should be 280 on the left, and then it should be 280 on the right. That should take away the the bars on your. It will take away the black bars on top, on the bottom. Now you can play around with these values, but what you do, then you just press close and everything should be fine. But what you really should do is remove. Yes, there we go. Close. That's weird. Yeah, but how you do it obviously is that you take 2160 and then you subtract 1600. Then you divide that in 2. Now if you're using the 3440 by 1440, then you obviously take your 2160 and subtract 1440, and you should be oh well, no, that's a little bit different. I'm not, you're gonna figure out the math by yourself, but 43840 times 2160 turned into a regular widescreen, going ultra widescreen 3840 times 1600. Then you should just take 2160, divide it by, subtract 1600, and divide it into 280 pixels on the left and on the right. Let's show it again here. Very easy. On the left it should be 280. On the right it should be 280. We're gonna go back into the game. We're gonna see how that's gonna look. So game capture, I'm gonna do the same thing. Close, and then we go back. There you see. So now you are playing on an ultra wide screen, and you are recording or streaming in widescreen. So all the viewers and everything know nothing about it really. And the best thing here is that this game is optimized for, this resolution. So you can see the HUD and everything looks perfectly fine, and you can then, verify this. I can look now at my TV here, and I can look here my main monitor, and I can see what kind of difference ultra widescreen adds. Like the car on the left is cut off here, and on the ultra widescreen it is perfectly visible, and even a little bit beyond. That's what I see in ultra widescreen here. Really nice. Let's try one more, because it is something that I would like to point out. Hopefully this will go smoothly. Alright. Let me try something. Okay. Try this again. Here we go. There is, as I said, I want to try something here. I want to show off something. So we're gonna try this one. See if that is gonna work well. Alright, game capture any full screen application. There we go. Settings. And here it is capturing. This is Turbo Overkill. And they have added support for the 1:19 here. Here we have this resolution. So let me see if I can change to that one. Yes. There we go. So 3840 by 2116. Everything's fine. Let's go. Let's see how this is gonna work. Hey, there are some black borders. Should not be black borders here. Let me try something here. Right, this game is a little bit different, but maybe I can make my point anyway. There seems to be something bugging this game out. As you can see there, that resolution, it should be fine here, but yeah. This is a little bit, let me restart this, but this is a little bit of a weird game. I don't know why, but it likes to bug out. And I have no idea why, but we're gonna go back in. I'm gonna try to just quickly show something here. There is a nice little point that I wanna show off. I might try another game to see if I can make that point happen. And, you know, it might be fun to just try some gaming. Here it seems to be working again. So there shouldn't be any black bars here, but this game, as I said, it's a little bit weird. Iron Fury is much better in, you know, showcasing it. So, but what you can see here on the left, and no, not on the left, but what you can see is that the HUD is cut off. And that is because this game, unlike Iron Fury, it, you know, hasn't placed the HUD correctly. It doesn't place it in the middle, which is a little bit sad. And crosshair weapon tutorial, and you can't change it. That is the only bad thing with, you know, trying to record, you know, recording. Well, when you're trying to record an ultra widescreen game, and then, you know, you want to make it fit on a regular widescreen game, is that the HUD can get cut off. But let's try something else, just to see if we can get like maybe another game working here in ultra widescreen and see how that looks. Right. Unfortunately, this. So first we change the options. There we go. And there we go. Clearly everything is working fine. Let's see how this works. Still some black bars, and the HUD is clearly cut off. You can't see any of the HUD on the screen here. And let me tab out quickly here. So, game capture. So this one seems that I might need to, you know, crop more. Shouldn't be necessary, but apparently what we can do is that we can transforming mode. Transforming, we can do there, that's what you can do if you want. You can do stretch it out, but shouldn't be necessary. Fit to screen. Let's try something else here, just so you know that the HUD, you know, is what's gonna get messed up, unfortunately. Yes, exit the game. You can see the menu here is cut off and everything. You know, but you gotta make that decision. What you would like, what you prefer. Let's quickly go back into this one. I wanna see if it is something that has messed up. There we go. Oh no, right. So yeah. It's the other games that for some reason seems to add some black bars. This works fine. You might need to, you know, change the cropping due to what game you're playing. And as I said, this game is a perfect game. You can see the HUD is perfectly 16:9 centered, which I prefer. I think that's perfect to have that, or you know, to be able to tweak where you want the HUD to be displayed. But like, no one can know when you're playing a game like this or streaming it that you are using an ultra widescreen, because you know, cropping it looks so good. That is what every game should be. Do we have anything more that we could see if it works with? Maybe we should try a more modern game. But that is very demanding. Maybe try this is a more modern game to see if we can. That's going to be problematic or not. This is just extra for the video to fill out a little bit. You know, for me and you together to see how games work like this. But yeah, I'm very interested to try this one out. Graphical load, gameplay contrast, full screen. Let's go full screen. And I know can't change that one. This is a weird game again. Okay, so this game has also problems. Some serious problem here. This one does not work correctly, and Industria will not work correctly with widescreen. I have to need to check that one out later on. Don't know why that did not work. Let's try Quantum Break. Because not all games will support, you know. Not all games support ultra widescreen. God, the loud intro. And it's annoying. Hello, game. Why do you have all these intro scenes? Options. Display. So, resolution. Let me see. It supports 3440 by 1400. This does not support the latest. You get full screen. Everything nice. There we go. Yeah, okay, sure. Sure. Okay, so that's nice. It works, but this will not support the 38 3840 by 1600. So that's why I added the, 3440 by 1400. I want to see if we can see like how the HUD is cut off here. Okay.
We're going upstairs to the project lab.
And this one you should need
First
to
class.
crop
Thank you
more.
for that. It's a step up from our van trip to Utah.
I missed that van.
I'm guessing that Will's not meeting us.
He doesn't know we're here.
I knew Paul had asked my brother Will to consult on his project. Will was all the family I had, but he was difficult.
This has no real visible HUD, so it's nice. Probably gonna do... Yeah. This probably we're gonna just run in normal. Normal, there we go. I have one more here I wanna try, but I don't like it that the games keep changing my resolution. It messes things up for me. Let me see if I can get, there we go. I think this is the one. Chernobylite. This is very heavy, so to run this in, for me, ultra widescreen would be good. Industria also, but options, video options, settings. So this detects my resolution correctly. Window to full screen 3840 by 1600. Everything just working perfectly. So let's just do a quick look here. But again, this game also needs higher cropping. I don't understand why. The Iron Fury is so far the only game that works perfectly as it should. It looks fine here and everything, but yeah. Don't understand why the cropping isn't correctly. So, but let's fix that, shall we? So all you need to do is go into the filters again. Can I rename? There we go. I'm gonna add another crop filter here. Cropping and panning. Okay. And we're gonna do... and we're gonna do... We're gonna do close. New game. Sure. Just wanna see how the HUD would look here.
Чернобыльская АЭС. Надежда на будущее.
Корпорация НАР начинает испытания новейшей разработки. Технологии рекультивации.
Кажется, 90 питон 240.
Некоторые никогда так и не бросили свои дома, а кто-то даже вернулся обратно.
Детина вывезена из зоны отчуждения.
Демонстрации в разных городах. 10 миллиардов гривен в оплату бессрочного договора аренды.
Шайка преступников. Они ставят себя выше закона.
Что скрывается за засекреченными патентами?
Ясно одно. Саркофаг трогать нельзя.
Come on, game. I hate long intro scenes. Especially when I'm trying to fix the cropping here.
Игорь, просыпайся, Соня. Смотри, смотри, вон там.
This is
А
pretty
помнишь
much.
эту поляну за деревьями? Там ты сделал мне предложение. Ты так нервничал, ты был таким милым. Но ты
That
сейчас
seems
такой
perfectly
мой дорогой
fine, right?
профессор Хименюк. Боже, как приятно вернуться после стольких лет, правда?
probably gonna do... No. There we go. So I had to crop 500 left and
Я вижу,
500
что за
right.
дела? Ну ты так и не проснулся. Подъем.
That's probably better.
Очни.
Таня? Таня, прекращай эти шутки.
Ну ты и Соня.
So 500 left and 500 right seems to crop it nice to the 16:9. There's no HUD here, so yeah. All right. Okay, so this is done. Let's go back and try this one. Yeah, okay, this seems to be working, so that's weird. So it should only be needed to crop, you know, 280 on the left and 280 on the right, but apparently for this game I needed to crop 500 left and 500 right. Ion Fury seems to be the one that in the best way correctly handles ultra widescreen at 3840 times 1600. But yeah, this is how you do it. You tweak the cropping and everything to work. And then, you know, when you tweak the cropping, you can play the game. And no one will know. Except for you. Well, then we know if it is cut off. I do wish that there would be more, you know, games that let you tweak the position of the HUD. But yeah, I wanted to just do this video. I'm gonna try ultra wide screen to play. Let me see. No, not that one. That's one close. Yeah, wanted to do this video to show you how to do it and how to try it. If you know, need more performance, if you are, you know, very close to your TV monitor, you know, and you feel that it doesn't hurt to have it a bit smaller for gaming, or just, you know, you're interested to see if ultra widescreen is something for you. You don't want to go out and buy one to try it. This is a perfect way. Definitely for 4K monitors or television, I can see this being very useful, especially if you are sitting close to your television. You know, as I said, 55-inch. It will, when you do this with if you know, the active area, you know, not counting the black bars, it will then be like a 50 to 51-inch television. So, you know, you lose a couple of inches, but you know, this is not a huge problem, especially since it's getting more and more common with like 65 and 75-inch televisions. This is a really good thing to try. I highly recommend you, you know, giving it a shot to see if it is something for you. I'm gonna try to do playing some games with it, streaming mostly. When I do my YouTube videos, I'm gonna to probably, you know, keep it widescreen for the HUD, unless I can see that that can be tweaked, the HUD to be more centered. I feel that ultra wide, you know, you should always try to center the HUD, you know, because having ultra wide is nice and everything, as the quick test I've done, but you don't want to turn your head to see if you have ammo. You know, you want the ammo and the life and stuff and that be centered. So if you have any recommended for like great ultra wide games that support 3840 times 1600 and have centered HUD, preferably FPS games. I would love suggestions to, you know, try to see if ultra wide is what I really like. But yeah, it definitely for a little bit more oomph in the performance. That is one major thing for me to try that one. Also, some games will actually let you try to use this without any problems by just choosing like borderless full screen window. I think more games should add that options, because then, you know, you can do this without any hassle. The game and everything would just work if you could just do that. But yeah, not that common. Some games, I think maybe Iron Fury, you know, could allow you to do that, maybe. But not all games will support that, unfortunately. Definitely, it is a bit sad, but if it, you know, supports borderless full screen window, you know, it should be no problem for the developers to add, you know, the ability. I don't think. Yeah, that was it. Turn your widescreen into ultra widescreen, and you can stream it normally as widescreen options. Obviously, you could just record an ultra widescreen resolution. YouTube supports ultra widescreen resolution. I don't think Twitch does. So, you know. But if you are only uploading to YouTube, I can, you know, why not record it in ultra widescreen? Because, you know, then people with ultra widescreen will be able to watch it in full screen glory. But since I feel that ultra widescreen is not that common at these times, especially for streaming, it's probably better to crop off the left and right. Maybe. I don't know how many will, you know, miss the health and the ammo versus, you know, getting rid of the black bars on the top of the bottom. But yeah, here you go. Now you can go and try this yourself and see if it is something for you, or if the streaming will be improved or, you know, be worse with this. Because, you know, otherwise you can just record it normally. You get the black bars and everything, no problems. So now this was it for this type of video. I don't have any more like these more tutorial videos planned. So back to the regular gaming content as scheduled.